This is NewsBreak26 in Southwest New Brunswick. I'm Vicki Hogarth. Here's what's happening in our part of the world. Saturday marked the 60th anniversary of Flag Day in Canada, and in communities across the country, the red and white maple leaf flew high. But in St. Andrews, a town with deep Loyalist roots, the display of national pride carried extra weight. Perched on the Passamaquoddy Bay, St. Andrews is just a stone's throw from the U.S., with the coast of Maine visible from its waterfront. Yet its history is distinctly Canadian. After the American Revolution, Loyalists seeking refuge from the newly formed United States settled here, determined to remain under the British Crown. That spirit of distinction was on full display this past weekend. From homes to local businesses, Canadian flags were everywhere. The maple leaf appeared on banners and taped on windows. Fence posts and clothing lines became makeshift flagpoles, while snowbanks turned into pedestals for proud displays of patriotism. The windy and frigid weather only made the display more Canadian. For many, the show of national pride comes at a time when Canada is making headlines south of the border, particularly after recent comments from U.S. President Donald Trump, who suggested he would consider making Canada the 51st state. St. Andrews resident Mary Casement felt it was important to recognize the 60th anniversary of Canada's flag, so she decked out a life-size beaver on her front lawn in red and white maple leaves.
Well, Mr. B has to get dressed for absolutely every occasion, and the flag certainly seemed like a noble one. And I even remember I was a kid teenager when the first flag came out. So I think and especially in current political times, I think it's really important to be proud of our country. I think we're generally a very modest, subdued country. You know, we're very we're very compromising, and not the blow your horn type of people. And I think right now, it is important that we do, because we have an absolutely fabulous country. We're amazing, and political tensions. It's good to keep that sort of morale going among ourselves and strengthen our resolve to stay free.
A new Leger poll found while 82% of Canadians are concerned about how trade relations with the U.S. will affect Canada, 85% of Canadians say they also feel proud to be Canadian, with 58% saying they're very proud. In Washington, D.C. last week, New Brunswick Premier Susan Holt joined Canada's premiers to meet with U.S. officials to discuss trade relations amid tariff threats and impositions. She told CHCO that even in U.S. political circles, it remains unclear how serious Trump's comments really are.
There's really been a lot of candid conversations, a lot of respect. But everyone shares the same sense that none of us knows what's going to happen next, and we have to be prepared for any outcome from this administration.
Canada, like many nations, has faced political divisions in recent years. But at moments like this, external pressure has a way of uniting citizens. And this weekend, the message was clear. No matter what happens south of the border, Canadians stand together under one flag. St. Stephen residents are in the midst of a boil water order. For more on this, here is CHCO's Nathalie Sturgeon.
There has been no clean drinking water in St. Stephen for more than a week. It originally began when municipal staff were conducting routine maintenance and discovered an issue with a pump and a water line. Since then, crews have been working to locate a leak, disrupting the vacuum on the main pump at the Maxwell Crossing facility. It has caused the water to be discolored and have high turbidity levels, which is considered not suitable for consumption. A boil water advisory was initially issued on February 8th. It continues as the municipal district said it has no clear timeline on when the repairs could be completed, telling residents through the Alertable app it should expect the boil water advisory for at least 7 to 10 days. Mayor Alan McEachern told CHCO-TV in an interview that crews are working around the clock to fix the issues. He said he feels the communication was as good as it could be, and says rhetoric on social media is disheartening to both council and the staff working on the water supply. In the winter, repairing water supply infrastructure can be more difficult, with usually several inches of frost and frigid temperatures, but McEachern said the water must keep flowing. Municipal District has outlined what will happen when they do get the repairs completed. They'll need to flush the lines about 3 kilometers worth, taking up to 3 days. The Department of Health will require 2 separate clean samples over a 24-hour period before it will lift the boil water advisory. All water for consumption, food preparation, and brushing your teeth should be brought to a rolling boil for 1 minute. Nathalie Sturgeon, CHCO-TV, St. Stephen.
Thanks, Nathalie. That's all the news I have for you. For more stories and online exclusives, visit CHCO and the Courier online at CHCO.TV.
A news and public affairs production of CHCO-TV, New Brunswick's only source for independent community television.